The San Antonio Spurs have shocked the basketball world with a historic 5-0 start to the 2025 NBA season, their first time ever opening a year undefeated through 5 games. Even during Tim Duncan's 19-year dynasty that delivered 5 championships, the Spurs never began a season like this. What's happening in San Antonio right now isn't just impressive, it's unprecedented. And it's being fueled by 7'5" phenom who's redefining what's possible on a basketball court. Victor Wembanyama. Through 5 games, Wembanyama has been a one-man revolution. He's averaging 30 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks per game, while shooting a scorching 60% from the field. Those numbers have transformed the Spurs from a rebuilding project into legitimate Western Conference contenders, faster than anyone thought possible. But Wembanyama's dominance isn't about stats alone. His efficiency, versatility, and control of both ends of the floor are changing how the modern big man is viewed. Against Miami, he turned in one of the most complete performances you'll ever see. 27 points, 18 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 blocks, and a steal, dictating every possession on both ends. Bam Adebayo, one of the NBA's best defensive centers, looked overmatched, unable to slow the French superstar down. What's most striking is how Wembanyama has evolved. Gone is the rookie who floated on the perimeter, launching threes just to find rhythm. This version of Wemby is balanced, patient, and calculated. His off-season work with Hakeem Olajuwon transformed his footwork and post mechanics. You can see the dream in his spin moves, drop steps, and touch around the rim. He's reading defenses like a veteran, creating off the dribble, using angles to finish over or around defenders. At 7'5", he moves like a guard, with ball handling and agility that defy physics. His combination of length, skill, and coordination makes him completely unique. A player who can cross over like Durant, finish like Giannis, and protect the rim like Gobert. Defensively, Wembanyama's impact borders on absurd. Sure, he's averaging nearly 5 blocks per game, but the real story is the fear factor. Players are flat out avoiding him. Guards drive into the paint, see him rotate over, and immediately pull up or fling desperate passes out to the perimeter. Teams are altering entire offensive game plans just to minimize his influence. He's not simply contesting shots. He's eliminating entire sections of the floor. That kind of presence doesn't just make the Spurs good, it makes them terrifying. Still, this surge isn't only about their superstar. The Spurs' transformation runs deeper. It's about structure, balance, and unselfishness. Every piece of the roster has found its rhythm, and the chemistry is obvious. Second-year guard Stephon Castle has blossomed into one of the most composed young playmakers in the league. The reigning Rookie of the Year is averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, and over 5 assists per game, but it's his poise that stands out. Against Miami, he recorded 21 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals, orchestrating the offense like a seasoned vet. Castle reads pick and rolls with precision, sets the tempo, and defends multiple positions at a high level. His development into a true two-way floor general has stabilized San Antonio's attack. Then there's Devin Vassell, the Spurs' quiet sniper. He's hitting over 40% of his threes on 8 attempts per game, giving Wembanyama the spacing he needs to operate inside. Vassell's confidence and movement without the ball make him the perfect fit alongside Wemby. Averaging 16.8 points and nearly 9 rebounds, he's become a model of consistency, always ready to punish defenses that collapse on the paint. His growth as both a volume and efficient shooter highlights just how well the Spurs have developed their young core. Rookie Dylan Harper has stepped into the rotation seamlessly, contributing 14 points per game off the bench. His ability to attack off the dribble and create in isolation adds a dynamic scoring punch the Spurs sorely lacked last year. Harper's learning curve has been remarkably short. He already looks comfortable in the Spurs system, a testament to both his talent and the team's player development culture. And perhaps the most underrated piece of this puzzle, Keldon Johnson. Once a full-time starter, he's now embraced a bench role, a move that could have caused friction on a lesser team. Instead, Johnson's thrived as an energy leader, averaging 12 points and 6 rebounds in limited minutes. His selflessness and defensive effort set the tone for San Antonio's second unit. That kind of buy-in is rare, and it speaks volumes about the culture that Gregg Popovich and his staff continue to cultivate. But the foundation of this resurgence is defense, and much of the credit goes to assistant coach Sean Sweeney. hired this offseason after a successful run with Dallas. Sweeney has implemented a scheme that perfectly suits this roster's length and mobility. The concept is simple. Funnel everything toward Wembanyama. Long guards like Castle, Vassell, and Harper apply relentless pressure on the perimeter, disrupting passing lanes and forcing ball handlers to drive. And when they do, Wemby is waiting, a 7'5" safety net erasing everything near the rim. The result is a defensive system that's both aggressive and disciplined. The numbers tell the story. San Antonio is allowing just 103.8 points per game, the lowest mark in the NBA, and ranks second in defensive rating at plus 14.4. Opponents are shooting only 42% from the field and a league-worst 46% on two-pointers. Every rotation is sharp. Every closeout has purpose. Every possession feels pressured. That level of execution doesn't happen by accident. It comes from total buy-in, from stars to role players. Most young teams rely on talent and adrenaline. The Spurs rely on structure. They play mature basketball, trusting the system and covering for each other's mistakes. With Wembanyama anchoring the middle, the perimeter defenders can take more risks, knowing there's an elite rim protector behind them. What makes all of this even more incredible is that the Spurs are doing it without two of their best players, De'Aaron Fox and Jeremy Sochan. Fox, the all-star point guard acquired in last year's blockbuster trade, hasn't played a single minute this season as he rehabs an ankle injury. Sochan, one of the team's most versatile defenders, remains sidelined as well. And yet, San Antonio hasn't just survived, they flourished. The depth, the balance, and the chemistry have carried them to this historic start. If this is what the Spurs look like shorthanded, imagine the ceiling once Fox and Sochan return. The pieces fit, the culture's intact, and the star at the center, Victor Wembanyama, is already playing like an MVP. The Wemby era isn't coming. It's already here. When De'Aaron Fox and Jeremy Sochan return, the San Antonio Spurs will add two vital pieces that could elevate them from contenders to potential championship threats. Fox's elite playmaking and blistering speed will inject a new layer of creativity into the offense, while Sochan's versatility and defensive toughness will reinforce what's already one of the best defenses in basketball. Fox brings a dimension the Spurs have yet to fully unleash this season, a downhill attacker who can create shots in isolation or set the pace in transition. His ability to collapse defenses will open even more space for shooters like Devin Vassell and Scotty Barnes. Sochan, meanwhile, can guard nearly every position on the floor. His length, footwork, and energy make him a defensive connector, the kind of player who ties lineups together on both ends. This roster's depth is real. When fully healthy, San Antonio can confidently go 9 or even 10 players deep without a weak link. Fox, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper share ball-handling duties, offering flexibility and multiple initiators. Vassell and Barnes stretch the floor with consistent shooting, while Sochan, Keldon Johnson, and Luke Kornet add physicality, rebounding, and defensive grit. At the center of it all stands Victor Wembanyama, the anchor who makes everything work. His presence alone balances their offense and defense, allowing the Spurs to sustain intensity no matter who's on the floor. The results speak for themselves. Statistically, San Antonio's early dominance goes far beyond their win-loss record. They own the second-best point differential in the NBA at plus 14.4 and are tied for first place in the Western Conference. Before the season tipped off, ESPN ranked them 16th. 2 weeks later, they'd rocketed up to number 6, a 10-spot leap that mirrors how quickly perceptions have changed. The Spurs are no longer the promising young team learning on the job. They're now viewed as a legitimate threat. Their consistent defensive execution and balanced scoring have forced analysts and opponents alike to take notice. That transformation becomes even more remarkable when you look at where they were just 2 years ago. In 2023, San Antonio won only 22 games and openly embraced a rebuild, setting the stage for their pursuit of Wembanyama. Last season, they improved slightly to 34 wins, but were still far from contention. Wemby missed nearly half the year with injuries, and the young roster lacked identity. They'd flash potential in spurts, then fade in the clutch. This season, it's a completely different story. The roster fits, the system is defined, and the team competes with a level of maturity far beyond its years. They're not just winning games, they're controlling them from start to finish. Holding opponents under 105 points per game in today's fast-paced, offense-heavy NBA is a testament to how organized, disciplined, and cohesive this group has become. Wembanyama's brilliance sits at the center of it all. Averaging 30 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks, he's thrust himself into early MVP conversations. His impact, though, goes beyond the numbers. What separates him from other stars is his efficiency and two-way dominance. He alters every possession without needing to force the action. On offense, Wembanyama commands constant double teams, freeing up shooters like Vassell and Barnes to feast from the perimeter. On defense, he's the ultimate safety net, allowing guards to pressure high because they know he's behind them, erasing mistakes. His basketball IQ and instincts amplify his physical gifts, making him nearly impossible to scheme against. The Spurs' rise is also a powerful reminder of how coaching stability and player development can accelerate a rebuild. Under Gregg Popovich and his staff, every player knows their role and embraces it. There are no empty minutes, no selfish possessions. Veterans set the tone with professionalism, while young players have bought into the Spurs' identity fully. The result is a team that plays connected basketball, smart, disciplined, and collective. Offensively, their identity revolves around Wembanyama's versatility. He can initiate from the top of the key, post up mismatches, or finish lobs in pick and rolls. The coaching staff utilizes him in motion, sets that exploit his ability to read defenses. When opponents collapse on him, he finds shooters or cutters instantly. His passing has improved dramatically, and his decision-making is sharper. Instead of settling for perimeter jumpers, he now uses his length to attack inside, finishing with touch and control that's rare for someone his size. Defenders are left with two bad options: foul him or give up an easy basket. San Antonio's offensive rating continues to rise because they've built their system around Wembanyama's unique skill set. Every piece complements him. When he sits, the Spurs' bench depth keeps the machine running. Harper brings instant offense, Johnson supplies energy and hustle, and Cornette provides size and interior defense. Each role player contributes something tangible without disrupting chemistry. That depth gives Popovich flexibility to tailor lineups based on matchups, to go big, small, fast, or physical as the game demands. No matter who's on the floor, the effort and communication never dip. Every player is locked into the same collective goal: winning. Another crucial ingredient in this resurgence has been the influence of assistant coach Sean Sweeney, whose defensive philosophy meshes perfectly with Popovich's broader vision. Sweeney's system emphasizes controlling angles, limiting second-chance opportunities, and protecting the paint at all costs. His approach relies on discipline, anticipation, and trust, qualities that now define this Spurs roster. The buy-in has been total. Players study film relentlessly and execute rotations with surgical precision. They recover, communicate, and contest every shot. The results show in the data. Opponents are shooting below league average from every scoring zone, something only a handful of defenses have ever accomplished. From tanking for lottery odds to battling for playoff positioning in under 3 years, San Antonio's transformation is one of the most remarkable turnarounds in recent NBA history. They've gone from developing prospects to building one of the league's most complete, balanced rosters. If this level of play holds, the 2025 season could mark the moment the Spurs officially re-establish themselves as an NBA powerhouse. For the first time since the Duncan era, San Antonio has a superstar capable of defining a generation, and a supporting cast perfectly constructed around him. Victor Wembanyama's rise isn't just about the future anymore. It's the present, and the rest of the league is officially on notice.